Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Beyond the Click and Cliff. This is a podcast where you kind of listen to in the background as you build your Lego, work, mow your yard, do whatever you got to do, wash dishes, clean houses, all that good stuff. Something to sit back, listen to, and I just tell you stories about adventures and experiences in my life. And this week I have a doozy. I'll tell you what, it started last week. We were doing the 72-hour community Lego live stream, and I was having fun. I was involved. I was watching other people's streams, interacting, building Lego. I was doing fun stuff, and I started getting a pain in the back. I mean, a real pain, and I couldn't handle it no more. So I went to the ER. Well, spent a good 2 to 3 hours in our local hospital. Done a CAT scan. I've had a history of kidney stones, and anybody that hangs out with me knows that I've had kidney stones in the past, and I'm prone to them. So I just thought this was another kidney stone, but this pain was a lot more pain than I was ever used to. So went on to the ER, our little hospital here in town. Ain't a very big hospital. It's just basically the best care they can probably do is slap a band-aid on your finger and send you home. But if it's something major, they send you to Jonesboro. Well, they do have a CAT scan. I did a CAT scan, and they found a kidney stone in there, 9 millimeters. For y'all don't know, that's almost an inch. Okay, I'm trying to pass through my kidneys and bladder, and this hospital wasn't going to be able to help me out, so they wanted me to go to Jonesboro. So I go, well, okay. The doctor said they're probably going to admit you because you're probably going to have surgery to get that out because you're not going to be able to pass that on your own. And I said, crap. So went. I was able to. I asked the doctor, "Can my wife take me?" Because I don't want to pay an ambulance bill for. And my daughter agreed. I just go ahead and just go on up there in your own vehicle. We wanted to take you in an ambulance, so went all the way to Jonesboro, hour and a half away, in pain. They did give me some medicine for the road that would be easier on me, and I went on to the Jonesboro. Got checked in my room. Well, y'all may notice I didn't have any videos because I wasn't prepared for this. I have a schedule, and that's how I usually keep it. Unless I know something's up, then I'll try to get ahead. But this came all of a sudden. But anyway, I arrived at Jonesboro, and this was about 8 o'clock that evening. It had been Saturday. This was Saturday night. And the urologist comes in here, talks to me, says, we're going to do the surgery Sunday morning. I said, all right, hey, I have a stream Sunday night. Here, this is my head. This is how I process things. All right, I have surgery, I go home, and I can do my click your breaking stream during the 72 hour, and I'll be good, right? I'll be good. Well, that's what I was thinking. Well, and I'm wrong. A lot of times I am wrong. Anyway, that Sunday morning finally came. They had me pretty well doped up on pain medicine. I wasn't feeling anything, which that was good. I mean, because it was painful. They took me to the OR room. They were going to go and, I can't pronounce the long word, but basically use a laser to break it up and take the stone out. But when they got in there to do that, they noticed my bladder and my kidney was swollen. Matter of fact, my bladder was to the point the doctor said that it was about to be perforated. And if y'all don't know what that means, it basically means blow up or like split open. And I would have got septic and it would have been real bad. I mean, they said I was close. So the doctor couldn't get the stone out. So they put some stents in. I don't know what stents is. It's kind of like a bypass surgery where they just put a tube, but they put a tube around the kidney stone in my tubes, or urine tract, whatever, where the urine can get past the stone and come out my, you know, yeah, I ain't gonna say it. But so didn't know this. I woke up from the anesthesia and I was all excited. Hey, they got the stone. I felt good. And my wife said, no, they didn't get the stone. And that's what they told me what I just told you. And I was a little mad, like, gummit. So I asked, well, when are they going to get the stone out? They said, well, it'll be a couple weeks. I'm like, dang, I got to live with this pain for 2 weeks? No, I was getting infuriated. They said, no. They're going to help me out, of course, pain medicine. But I had to wear a catheter, which they said that I got the stents in there, so it shouldn't be moving as much because the urine ain't really hitting it to move it. I just staying in one spot. But I had to wear a catheter for this whole week last week, and I tell you what, I came in here in my living room one day for about 5 minutes, sat down at this computer. I was going to try to work on a video so y'all would have something to watch on my channel, and I just couldn't sit here. So I said, you know what, I do apologize to everybody. There was no video this Thursday and Saturday, and there was no live stream and I am thankful for Hoosier Bricks for doing my live stream for me. But yeah, that was painful. And I was so excited to get back home. But I got home, man. It was a different experience, man. I don't know I don't know if any of y'all have gone through this, but when you have a catheter, yes, you can walk around and stuff, but it feels weird, if that makes any sense. But it felt like I couldn't move, because when I moved, it hurt. Because I had a catheter up your yin yang. So yeah, it did not feel good at all. So finally, the first day was bad because you had, spasms. Then, the next day got a little easier. Then Thursday, I started getting anxiety because Friday I went back up there to get the catheter out, and I didn't know what to experience, so my anxiety was up a little bit. So when your body gets any kind of stress, it kind of reacts, and I just had a spasm. If y'all don't know what a spasm is, what I'm talking about on this particular incident, it's where you got a catheter up there, so you don't even know when you're peeing. It just goes through into a bag. I know probably a little TMI for y'all, but I kind of want I just trying to let you in on my experience. That's what this podcast has always been about. But it's like you're waiting in line to go to the bathroom, and you're trying to hold it, and you can't go because there's nowhere to go. You're doing the pee dance. That pain. That's what I feel, and it goes away. And that's what they call a bladder spasm. And it makes you the sensation of having to go pee when literally you can. It's going through the tube, through the catheter, so you're going. It's not normal. Your body's trying to figure out what's going on, But that's the beauty of this whole thing. So I was getting myself all worked up, stressed up, and I was getting them, and it was painful because it's just basically your muscle and bladder contracting, and there's nothing there to contract. So finally Friday came, and Friday was the day that they were going to take out the catheter, and so this is 2 days ago. If you're watching this video on a Sunday when it comes out, drove all the way up there, sat there. I may have been a bunghole. When you're hurt and you're irritable, and when the doctors, the first thing they want to do is ask for money. It struck a nerve. It did. I looked at the lady. I know she was just doing her job, but I had to say it. I had to be a smart aleck. I just said, you know what? I think I'm going to pay afterwards, depending on the service. Because I mean, I've always, you didn't pay till after you got a truck done fixed. You didn't pay stuff after you ordered it. I mean, I wanted the service first before I paid. I told her I ain't paying you till I get the service done. They didn't like that answer very well, but I held true, and that's what I did. I didn't get no money till afterwards, just for the principle of the thing. I think now I'm going to go a little bit off the subject here because I think this thing's all backwards. I understand they got to have money to operate and buy supplies, and I'm all for billing me for their services. I'm okay with paying it. I'm willing to pay for it. That's not the issue. It's that it's a procedure that I had to have done, and the first thing that I want to do is money. Like really, yeah, that money thing will happen. But gosh dang, get this thing out of me, then I'll pay you. I'll be happy to pay you. I'd pay you double. I mean, it's just whatever. And it just struck a nerve. I said, nope, I ain't paying you till afterwards, depending on the service. Yeah, they didn't like that answer. And, I held my ground. I wouldn't suggest you all go out there and do it. But went in there. The nurse comes in with this other tube. I said, well, you know that tube. I'm getting this thing out. I'm not getting an extension. No, it's just a procedure they have to do to get it out now. I guess they fill up your bladder and you kind of just pee it out. They take down the balloon that's holding it in there, and they pull as you pee, and it's just a process. Finally got it out. Felt weird getting out, and where this thing was when I got it out, I still feel like it was still in there. I felt like the same. I was like, oh, this is gonna suck. They said it happened for a couple of days. But yeah, that's what's going to happen there, and so we did that. Finally got home Friday. I just finished the Friday off. I just said, you know what? I'm just gonna relax the rest of the day. I hung out with my friends in the backstage for just a little bit. Didn't stay there very long. My daughter came home from her job during the week, and we watched a movie. Hung out, and I got back in there on Saturday and worked on my 2 videos, and I really wanted to build some Lego, but I just kind of took it easy. I just came in and worked on my videos, but nonetheless we're getting through it. The kidney stone is still in there. It's going to be another process. They won't call me Monday with a date for surgery. At least I'll have a date. I can work my videos around it. So we still got to get it out. So I'm not 100%, but I'm better than what I was. I do have some pain medicine I'll be taking through this week. So I may not be 100% in my Lego room, but I promise it will. I mean, unless they do surgery on Wednesday, I'm going to try to do my live stream on Wednesday and all that stuff. Clicking bricking, I don't know if we'll do clicking bricking tonight, for the fact being, I don't know. I got to wait for my partner to get back with me. But that's a totally different area. This is just beyond Clinton Cliff. Tell me about my experience. Now, I've been at home. This guy there, I've been in the recliner. I couldn't lay flat on my bed, so I just slept in the recliner for the whole week. So my body's kind of sore from that, of course, but we're getting through it just fine now. But this was a week to remember. I still got some hills to climb. My health, other than that, I've lost 50 pounds. So we're doing good there. So, but anyway, that was my interesting week. Wanted to share that with you guys. Appreciate y'all watching. Please make sure you hit that like button. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. And you guys always be good to each other. Pay it forward. Treat somebody else like you want to be treated. And we'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.